Image, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson celebrate a basket against the Los Angeles Lakers every Tuesday. We'll look back over the previous week of NBA action and put 5 teams under the microscope as we grade their recent performances. Who will be hailed as high achievers and who needs to do better? Golden State Warriors, 33-14, Week 14 record 4-0. Great AThis was the week the defending NBA champions finally became fully engaged with the regular season, reeling off 4 wins, and extending their current streak to 7 straight victories while scoring an average of 131 points per game, to take top spot in the Western Conference. Want to watch the NFL or NBA on the Sky Sports USA channel? Upgrade here. What sharpened their focus? Firstly, a meeting with West rivals the Denver Nuggets. Secondly, the long-anticipated debut of summer signing DeMarcus Cousins. The Nuggets have led the West for long periods of the season but were put firmly in their place by the visiting Warriors, who ended the contest early with a record-breaking 51-point first quarter as they rolled to a one-sided 142-111 victory. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson scored 31 points each. Kevin Durant added 27 and a re-energized Draymond Green recorded 13 assists. 0-21 DeMarcus Cousins scored his first points as a Golden State Warrior with a huge first-quarter dunk against the Los Angeles Clippers on Friday night. Cousins took his Warriors' bow, starting against the Los Angeles Clippers and scoring 14 points, kicked off by a monstrous dunk of a pick-and-roll, in 15 minutes in a 112-94 Golden State win. Cousins' presence allows coach Steve Kerr to select a starting lineup featuring 5 All-Star players. Curry and Co seem motivated by the challenge of adapting their style to accommodate the former Sacramento and New Orleans center. Warriors began Week 15 with a bang, thrashing the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center to extend their winning streak to 8 games. Utah Jazz, 26-22, Week 14 record 3-0, Grade B. Image, Donovan Mitchell led the Utah Jazz to 3 Week 14 wins despite an injury crisis robbing them of all 3 of their point guards, Ricky Rubio, Dante Exum and Raul Neto. The Jazz recorded a perfect 3 wins in Week 14, dispatching the Detroit Pistons and Cleveland Cavaliers at home and overcoming the Los Angeles Clippers on the road. Donovan Mitchell took the reins at point guard and led the way for Utah, rediscovering his offensive efficiency and pouring in 28, 28 and 24 points in the Jazz's 3 wins. Mitchell has been ably supported by Rudy Gobert, who has recorded 7 straight double-doubles, including an 18-point, 25-rebound performance against Detroit and a 23-point, 22-rebound effort against the Clippers. 109 highlights from the NBA as the Chicago Bulls took on the Utah Jazz at the Vivint Smart Home Arena with Gobert as the foundation. The Jazz have shored up their defense since the turn of the year and now rank 3rd in the league with a defensive rating of 105.3 points conceded per 100 possessions. Last season, the Jazz were dominant in the second half of the campaign, powering their way into the playoffs. They will need Rubio and Co back and firing as their schedule gets tougher over the next week, but the signs are there that they could be set for another strong second half of the season push. Boston Celtics, 29-18, Week 14 record 3-1, Grade B. Image, Kyrie Irving did his best talking on the court in Week 14. Kyrie Irving's unique take on team leadership, including criticizing teammates publicly over their lack of experience despite them reaching last season's Eastern Conference Finals without him, has ensured what Gennady Golovkin would call a big drama show has surrounded the Celtics for much of the season. But whatever you think of Irving's public utterances, it is impossible not to be impressed by his clutch displays on the court. Inactive as Boston lost 109-102 in Brooklyn to start their week, Kyrie returned with 27, 38 and 32-point outings to lead Gang Green to wins over the Toronto Raptors, Memphis Grizzlies and Atlanta Hawks. 202 Kyrie Irving poured in 38 points to lead the Boston Celtics to a 122-116 Week 14 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. Irving's fourth-quarter scoring was at the 4 as he inspired an 11-0 late run to seal the win against the Raptors. He came through in the clutch again, making 3 vital buckets down the stretch, as the Celtics resisted a late rally to beat the Grizzlies. Los Angeles Lakers, 25-23, Week 14 record 2-2, grade C image. Kyle Kuzma's scoring has paced the Lakers in LeBron James' absence. The Lakers are 5-9 since LeBron James went down with a groin injury on Christmas Day, but 4 of those wins have come in their last 8 games, suggesting their young stars are learning how to step up in the Kings' absence. The Lakers lost a truly awful game in Cleveland 101-95 to kick off Week 14, but the performances that followed gave their fans plenty of reasons for optimism. Lonzo Ball top scored with 19 points as the Lakers made hard work of beating the Chicago Bulls 107-100. Kyle Kuzma poured home 32 points to lead them to an impressive 138-128 overtime win over the Oklahoma City Thunder. 157. Kyle Kuzma's 32 points led the Los Angeles Lakers in their overtime win against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kuzma had 32 and Brandon Ingram added 21 as the short-handed Lakers were again competitive but fell short in overtime to lose 138-134 against the Houston Rockets, for whom James Harden scored 48 points. The Lakers lost Ball to a sprained ankle in that Rockets loss, and the point guard will be sidelined for 4 to 6 weeks. Having eventually proved they can compete without LeBron, the undermanned Lakers now need him to return as soon as possible. A thrashing at the hands of the Warriors to kick off Week 15 has only compounded that sense of urgency. Brooklyn Nets, 25-23, Week 14 record 3-0, grade B image. D'Angelo Russell's recent performances earned him the Eastern Conference Player of the Week award. The Eastern Conference feel-good story of the season continued apace in Week 14 as the Nets reeled off 3 impressive wins, a 109-102 victory over the Boston Celtics, a 145-142 overtime triumph on the road in Houston, and a narrow 117-115 W over the Orlando Magic, to rise above .500 and into 6th place in the East. Spencer Dinwiddie's contributions off the bench have paced the Nets on winning streaks earlier this season, and he was at it again in Houston, scoring 33 points and handing out 10 assists to lead Brooklyn to a memorable win. 120 highlights of the Brooklyn Nets' visit to the Orlando Magic in Week 14 of the NBA against Boston in Orlando. It was starting point guard D'Angelo Russell who came to the party, earning himself Eastern Conference Player of the Week honors in the process. The former Laker scored 34 points, including 18 in the third quarter, and made 7 three-pointers in the victory over the Celtics. He was even better against the Magic, scoring in a season-high 40 points as Brooklyn erased a 21-point deficit to eke out the win. Against the odds, and without their best player Karis LeVert, the Nets have won 8 of their last 10 games and are in the thick of the Eastern Conference playoff mix. Want to watch the NFL or NBA on the Sky Sports USA channel but don't have Sky Sports? Get the Sky Sports Action and Arena Pack. Click here.